enhance productivity, and technology to accelerate plant breeding. These are technologies that will, we believe, produce enough food and make our farmers' life better while regenerate our planet. Let me first talk about enhancing productivity. Our core technology for this is machine vision, essentially combining multispectral vision with our AI models to remotely monitor and analyze crop growth accurately and cheaply. This is then combined with soil quality and analysis and weather pattern data, again combined with our AI model to produce what we call actionable data. These data that are useful for farmers and can prompt them to take action when needed. One that will help farmers better nurture their crops and limit the use of fertilizers without sacrificing yield. Our technology will also pinpoint the optimum harvesting date and accurately predict yield. Of course, this information is not only useful for farmers. Buyers of crop will also know in advance how much crop will be produced and when they will need to be harvested. This knowledge means will be well prepared with the right amount processing capability and production planning. The result is less waste, faster produce, and of course, greater profit for all. Next is plant breeding. 3 years ago, Listenfield received a grant from Japanese government. We saw the importance of breeding seeds that best suit existing soil conditions, one that also produce crops that meet the taste and preference of consumers. The technology that Listenfield helped develop for this purpose is genomic selection. This is where our AI model selects the DNA sequences that are most likely to produce the desired crop characteristics. We found that this smart technology will shorten the cross breeding process to get the new crop variety, for example, citrus, from about 10 years down to 6 to 7 years. And this is different from both GMO and CRISPR-Cas9 technologies. We believe that this technology is more acceptable to consumers. Listenfield research led to the establishment of the consortium of more than 20 firms and organizations. The consortium is developing seeds that are accessible by SMEs so that they are not put at disadvantage when competing with large corporations. An example of our work is to develop a new variety of rice that is disease tolerant yet tastes good. Listenfield and University of Tokyo will organize the workshop on this important technology in Thailand. This will be for February next year. But first thing first, the starting point for agriculture must be soil. Listenfield took 200 samples from Suphanburi, an important rice-growing province of Thailand. We were certain to find almost no organic matter in soil samples. This means the soil was in poor health. Adding more fertilizer will only add to cost without increasing crop yield by much. As you know, excess use of fertilizer can get into the water and damage on environment in many ways. This is important point. Conventional farming that keep adding chemical and fertilizer to increase yield is coming to the dead end. That is why this is now so much awareness about farming that cut back on chemical use in order to be more sustainable. But even sustainable farming might not be enough to slow global warming and cope with the increasing adverse weather conditions we face today. Today, we want to go further to adopt farming technologies that are more resilient and regenerative for our planet. One in which technology will significantly improve soil quality and cut carbon emission. Some may think that responsible carbon emission and traceability are a long way for developing countries like Thailand. Maybe not. The European Green Deal target is an ambition plan adopted by European Union. The EU wants to cut carbon emission in 2030 to just 55% of 1990 emission levels. Achieving this target will not be easy, imposing a heavy burden on producers in the European Union. Some may seek to circumvent this by doing the production elsewhere and then importing the finishing product to the EU. To avoid leakage, the European Commission is about to implement a carbon border adjustment mechanism. This means that carbon emission and traceability requirements will be imposed on producing import into the EU beginning in 2026. North America is also thinking along the same line.
Dr. Restorine, you'll need to
Yes,
move
this
on.
is the conclusion. I would like to again repeat my concern that after many decades of conventional policies and most farming in our region remain poor, it is therefore time to think differently and take ahead. The task ahead is more difficult because we are now also facing major environmental challenges. We hope that our machine vision technology will help spearhead an agricultural transformation that is farming that improve the standard of living of farmers, while at the same time help to regenerate our planet that bring the better future for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope you now know what it means to listen to the soil, to listen to the fields. Now, continuing with the agricultural focus, I want to introduce to you Shirley Billot, who is of Martinican and French background, but French, yes, I got it, Marie-Laure. And she has a business called Cadalis. Could we please show the video?
So, hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here today, but before to start, I have something to say to you, Irene. Yeah. So, to be honest with you, when Irene invited to come as a speaker here, I was my first reaction, so, oh my God, because she's Irene, she's amazing. And then I was afraid because I thought I was not enough important to be speaker. So I sent an email to Irene, are you sure you want me as a speaker? And she answered me this very beautiful message. She said me, Shirley, you must believe in your exceptionalism. In over 30 years of meeting amazing women, achievers, I can tell you now winners, by now you are one of them.
You read my email?
Yeah. So I want to say, Irene, you are very inspiring and so deeply and authentically involved to support women all over the world, even from Martinique, a small island. So thank you. You give me more faith in human nature and what you are doing by planting seeds in the brain of so many women. It's really amazing. So thank you, Irene. So my message today is food waste. Food waste because this is one of the major contributors of climate change because it produces a lot of carbon emission. So today my target is to peel off the truth of bananas because 20 million tons of bananas are thrown away every year because they are ugly, single, with dark spots inside. So you don't want to eat them, but they are so amazing inside. So my target is to explain that bananas are facing an unfair situation just because they are not beautiful. If you are able to eat or to transform all these ugly bananas, you will be able to feed 90 million people in the world. It's huge. So just some key facts about food waste. It's not only bananas. Fruit and vegetables, it's the major contributor of CO2 emission. And banana is one of the most fruits that are thrown away. And it represents, in terms of surface, the surface of China. All the food we waste every year. So really, it's huge. So our mission at Catalyst, because we are a biotech company, but conscious company, and we upcycling banana agri-waste into patented active ingredients, not only for beauty, but also for health, because we are working on metabolic syndrome, for example. So just a short presentation. What I want to say is, when I launched my company 10 years ago, I didn't know the beauty industry and the raw materials industry. I leave Martinique because I want to do something for my island, to develop my island, and so I decided to recycle this agro-waste by launching a research program. And after 10 years, that it is very amazing because I don't come from a big family. My parents are very simple person. My mother was at home. My father was a military. I start by myself alone without network. And I arrive in Paris and I grow a very benevolent ecosystem around me. And now, after 10 years, I'm on the board of FIBA. FIBA, it's the federation that regroups all the beauty industry in France. It represents 95% of the market in France. So now I'm part of the board with big brands like L'Oréal, Shiseido,